Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Toon review for tonight's show, where we will be having a look at the Sela Cup. Obviously, Espanyol and Atletico Madrid are in town, and it'll be very interesting to see which way Eddie Howe goes with the two lineups that he's going to play. I would imagine it'll be similar to last year, where he played some of the first team as one game, some in the other, and used a lot of the academy players for the bench. But we will, well, he'll have to do that given the size of our squad at the moment. But we'll also be talking about transfers, well, lack of. I mean, there's still nobody through the door at Newcastle United at all, to be fair. But thank you very much for joining us. I'm Paul, and I'm joined by Alex tonight. Good evening, buddy.
Good evening, Paul, and good evening to everybody in Viewerland, also known as the Magpie Massive. Sorry if I'm not enthusiastic tonight. Kind of bored of the transfer window and excited for some matches.
Yeah, we've got some games coming up, haven't we? And, you know, those games, of course, live commentary on Matchday Live on Friday night, tomorrow night, of course, and on Saturday afternoon with myself and Billy. Alex will be at the you'll be at the Saturday game, is that right?
Saturday game, because they decided that the Sela Cup weekend is not going to be at the weekend. They're going to stick a game on Friday night.
Well, Friday night's
I can't get there.
The start of the weekend up here in the northeast.
Yeah, well, I'm afraid when I finish at 5, I can't get there in 90 minutes, so it's not happening. So I'll have to just doing the Saturday.
Unless there's a fighter jet pilot hanging around near you, Alex, who wants to give you, you and your good lady a lift up. Apart from that, there's no chance. However, we will obviously come on to the Sela Cup shortly, but. Confirmed today, Alex, that Sesko is on his way to Manchester United. Various photos now online of him boarding a plane. It's about to arrive in Manchester in 10 minutes' time or something like that. So another one gone. Nicholas Jackson, another target, is now wanted by Juventus, AC Milan, and Bayern Munich, apparently. So that one could be a hard deal to get done, especially what they're asking for him as well. We're running out of options, buddy, very quickly.
Yeah. In terms of players left on the market for up front, the Lois Openda's still available. Samuel Marodian from Porto that we talked about, who everybody uses his other name, whatever that is. Nicholas Jackson, Ollie Watkins. That's about it, really. And unless that is, if we're trying to look at players that can potentially come in and can be useful for the level we're at right now, ideally, and even stuff like players like Samuel Marodian and players like that, and not necessarily a sure thing at all. So we are very much clutching at straws here. So if we have to then drop down into a bracket underneath that, I don't really know what we're going to do, because okay, I've forgotten a few names. Sorry. Of course, we've got Ramos from PSG, Moane. There's a few options still available, but
Muniz and been mentioned again today.
Yeah, well, the problem is if we drop under the bracket of players we're looking at now, it's gonna be quite poor reading. So it is really concerning. No, don't say rumours of Vlahovic, Anthony Darling. Put it, and that's I'm not calling him Darling. That's his surname, guys. I might as well. No, we don't want to be linked with Vlahovic now. The fact that Juventus have just terminated his contract is massively concerning. I don't really want to take on a player who's had an issue like that.
The wages he's going to demand.
It's like nearly £500,000, so not a chance.
Gaz says, we've agreed with Chelsea for £60 million, but Newcastle explore another option. Where have you heard that, Gaz? That's a new one on me.
Not true, Gaz, I'm afraid. Unless you picked it up from your namesake with a B, then it's definitely not true.
Yeah, see what you did there. I'm bored of it, Alex, if I'm openly honest. I'm bored of the whole thing. Interesting. I don't know whether you saw the tweet from Keith Downey earlier when he said that he feels that Newcastle United have been just sort of strung along in this whole Sesko business.
Yeah, it does to a degree feel like we've been used. And I feel like we need the hierarchy, the personnel at that level in the club, whether are we calling it board level, whatever we're calling it.
Oh, you have to really. Don't
we need the senior management to be able to wade through this, because look, the targets are good targets, but realistically, the project is a really good one. The squad's a really good one. We're in Champions League. We've got a good manager. It is an exciting and an interesting prospect to come and play for us. So I don't believe for once that with a difference. Look, realistically, if we had a proper backroom staff in, and I mean all of the upper management, could we have maybe turned one of those players' minds around and really sold them what we are with the proper personnel? I think possibly. I think you've got to look at how we're selling the project and how we're selling this to the players. Because if it is just Nixon and Andy Howe, possibly Jamie Rubin's been involved a little bit. And of course, he was involved back when we did have the original lot with Amanda and that. So I don't quite know what the difference is now, but I refuse to believe that with a strong director of football negotiating team, we would not have been able to get one of these over the line. I think it's quite embarrassing that we've not been able to get anybody over the line. And not a poor reflection on the fan base that have supported this club through tooth and nail, and the squad that have done well by Eddie Howe with no new additions. They got him Champions League football with basically no new first team players for 3 windows. So this is the upper management and the owners that need to take the hit for this. The plan was bad. Whether it was Mitchell's fault, whether it was Eddie's fault, whether it was PIF's fault, don't care. Not at all. But they need to.
Well, everybody's got to take a piece of the pie, Alex, haven't they? We can't just pinpoint one person. I think everybody at the football club on a higher level has got to take a serious look in the mirror. And the fact is, we're still not hearing anything from the football club. The silence is incredible. We don't have that face of the club anymore. And I've said this in the last couple of morning shows that I've done. I agree with you what you said there. We just don't have the people in place that are good at getting these deals done, that can go in and negotiate on a higher level. I mean, look, I mentioned the video that Andy Howe was on and said that about he just watches Premier League. I got that slightly wrong. What he did say was when he worked at Bournemouth, it was his job to watch the Premier League. He didn't say just watch the Premier League. So I apologize for that. I got that a little bit wrong.
There is no way that can be true. You can't be in that position. I maybe this is naive of me, but I refuse to believe that they're not hyper professionals in their field if they've been put in charge of this much and they've got this much responsibility. I would hate for it to come out and it looks like we don't know what we're doing. That would be tragic because the amount of money and we're basically putting the whole foundation of this project on Nixon and Eddie and Andy Howe at this point. And it's embarrassing. It really is. Well,
we are a banter club right now, Alex. There's no doubt about that. Across the football, well, certainly the Premier League, we're a banter club.
It's ridiculous because it's due to senior management. I've never been bantered before about senior management. Have you?
No, I haven't.
Anybody watching? Normally, when you banter your friends about football, it's like, we beat you 2-0, and we won that cup, and that happened, and he got sent off at the weekend. We're getting bantered about the boardroom. That's pathetic. What can we do as fans? Well, at least we can be the 12th man when people are playing football and we can try and help the lads on. And it does work. It's worked a lot at St. James's Park. But we have no control in this. We just get told to shut up and crack on with it. We get spoon-fed. We get spoon-fed. Here's 10 minutes of Aaron Ramsdale training. Oh, thanks, guys. That's going to fix all of this. I appreciate that the guy making the social media can't do anything. He can only do what he can only do. I get that.
Well, yeah, he's not responsible for transfers, but the poor social media team get the brunt of it sometimes.
No, it's not their
fault. Cite some fucking players and all of this, and it's nothing to do with the social.
I don't even want them. It's not necessarily about signing players now. It's about fix the upper management because it's just in shambles. We've been speaking for about 3 weeks about Hopkins and all these people. Why are they not in yet? Get them in right now. Whatever they're asking for, put another $1 million on it. Just do it. Just do it. We're completely rudderless. The boat's got no sails. It's got no wheel. It's got no rudder. It's got no personnel on it.
It's got no sudden captain for a start.
Everyone's
captain.
Exactly. Yeah. Everyone's below deck. There's nobody on the main deck. Nobody's steering anything. It's ridiculous. Just put it on the table. Get some senior management in because it's a joke. It's a joke. We've all of a sudden we've ripped up the Plan C book because we've been through A and B, and we're looking at most of our targets in the last few days that I've seen are all over the age of 30.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I mean, that's totally taken completely taken apart what the real objective was early doors was sort of young 20s and or mid 20s. Now we're looking at
we don't mind the odd one,
players.
but
No, you've got to have experience in there somewhere. Yeah, absolutely. Interesting. Dave Walton is a Leeds fan, and he says we are fishing in a different pond to you guys, but I think agents use both our clubs to tempt so-called bigger clubs to steal targets. Yeah.
How can the players not see through this?
I don't know,
these players can't be stupid. Like when I hear like Anthony Gordon and stuff give interviews, he's an intelligent like guy. He's a young man. He reads all these books about professionals, successful people. He's not an idiot. Like these aren't morons who just drink their careers away like they were 30 years ago. Some of these are really intellectual young players. So they're looking at the landscape of football, looking at our project in the Champions League and Eddie Howe and going, no, I want that one instead. It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand what's going on. It does not. We are missing a piece of the puzzle because it doesn't make sense logically.
I mean, if you don't laugh right now, you cry. It's as simple as that. A few super chats to go through. Brian Rogers is a new member of the channel. Thank you, Brian, and welcome to Members Club. Peter Bjortford, member for 27 months. Good evening. Steampunk Mr. Magpie is a new member of the channel. Thank you very much, Mr. Steampunk. Dan with the super chat. I'm at the game Saturday, so I'll keep an eye out for you. Yeah, his stat will be roaming around, definitely. CS with a super chat. I've heard the term legacy clubs recently. Not sure what it means, but are those clubs trying for Super League again?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a Super League
What
within
do
the
you think
Premier League.
Club World Cup is?
Yeah. Len Simmons, thank you for your super chat. I'm beginning to think the Saudis bought Newcastle United because they thought they could spend their millions on the best players. Being the richest in the world is pointless if you're not allowed to spend it. Steve Marley says, invest 100 million in our academy and scout the world for new wonder kids, then keep them or sell them with mega sell-on clauses. Let become our own cartel. Jason Hanna, Hoyland is available for 40 million if you want them. No. Andy Toon Hunter, thank you for your super chat. Eddie Wolf, thank you for yours. Mark Mullins says, first home game banners, bring back Amanda and Mirdad. Oh, that would be interesting. Paul says, I simply have no faith in PIF anymore. No backroom staff, no sponsors, no ground arrangements, etc. We have become embarrassing. Dave Bannon, if the window shuts tonight, can we roll our sleeves up till January and give it a good go? I think the pressure will be off. I mean, we've said that the last few windows, though, haven't we? Just get through to the next window and then we can spend. Well, we can spend
can't
now.
Do that now. We need
players.
We're going to have to do something. We are going to have to do something. And yeah, we've got to do something. And people saying, I mean, there's a comment here clearly from an opposite fan base. You guys can't shop for the big players because you don't have the pool like the big six. It's that simple. I mean, we have Champions League football. We've qualified for it 2 out of the last 3 seasons, and we've won a cup. So it means that with the current setup, we have a track record of being able to get to that. You know, it is only 3 seasons, but it's a reasonable sample size. Manchester United finished on 41 points last season. They would have to get, on average, what's the average qualification points total required for Champions League football? 60. I worked it out a couple of seasons ago.
60s, isn't it?
65 points plus an absolute minimum. You need 24 additional points next season as a Man United team, which... Are you going to get an extra 24 points? Really? Have you made that many changes? You guys were absolutely shite last year, let's be honest. 24 points. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean,
we're the better pick. Hands down the better pick. We're more likely to get European football next season. 68 points, Martin's just corrected me. Okay, so you need more than that then. You need loads. You're approaching 30-odd points additionally than what you got last year. It doesn't make any sense. What do you mean pull? What pull? You don't have any. You've got no competitions you're playing in.
Well,
they're going to play in the Carabao, Alex, which is what we're the holders of.
Well,
okay.
Clearly they have because they've signed players and we haven't.
But this is what I mean. There's a piece of Man United fans. Please enlighten me. There's clearly a piece of the puzzle that we are missing. I don't understand it. And this is what I said last night. Not last night. The other night in the run. I get Liverpool getting them ahead of us, of course, because Liverpool can go and try and win a Champions League next year. Liverpool have got such a good squad, could compete on 4 fronts. So that's completely fair. Like Liverpool, absolutely. No objections to that. But why Manchester United? I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. They're not in the race. They're not even close to in the race. They've got to get 30 points more than last season to be at least competitive where they're trying to be if they want to be in the mix for the Champions League consistently. How are they going to get all these points? Where's it coming from? Šeško's suddenly going to start scoring 35 goals? I mean, good luck.
A lot of people in the chat saying obviously the pull is salaries, etc. And I did read today, I can't remember who reported it, but it was said that Šeško took a salary reduction to go to Manchester United. Give our. I never laughed so hard in my life. Geordie Rick, remember for 22 months as I've had it with this window, it's looking like PIF are against us, not with us. They're backing everyone but us. Eric, thank you for yours. We've screwed up this window so bad it might have damaged us for years. We look small, incompetent, and nowhere near ready to compete with the big clubs. Jazz says, I take Rasmus for 40 million. Players improve when they leave Man United, and Eddie could make him better than Šeško. There'd be a meltdown. I like coffee, says, I enjoyed Burnley's player announcement for Doobs. Yeah, absolutely.
I haven't seen it yet. I need to watch it.
Yeah, it's good. Eric, back again. This window was supposed to be transformative. Well, it is, as in we've gone backwards. And Magpie 50 with a super chat. Thank you very much for that. Now, it has been confirmed today, Alex, that Mr. Isak will not take part in the Sela Cup weekend.
We told you that yesterday, but yeah, we knew that.
It's, I mean,
he shouldn't anyway.
Absolutely not. I mean, but whoever thought there was even a slight chance, or off your rockers, to be honest. Mark, good evening. We generally are a laughing stock this summer, and it hurts the butt of all jokes. I guess, you know, I mean, look, we are. But I did notice, Alex, as soon as the Šeško thing was done, Romano was straight back on the Isak tweets.
Of course,
and people having bantering me again on X, saying, "No, what's he supposed to do? It's his job." Well, let's be honest here. His job is seemingly getting paid by the bigger clubs to report certain things, isn't it? And he's been found out. So, hey, make of that what you will. I mean, look, Isak quite clearly doesn't want to play for Newcastle United anymore. It's been made quite clear. I still don't know where his future lies, Alex, because I just can't see him. I can't see him being welcomed back. I just honestly can't. As far as I'm concerned, let him fucking rot.
Well, Liverpool have obviously sold Darwin Núñez, so they've got more money now. So it's possible that they can bring a realistic figure to the table instead of that disgusting opening bid that they came in with initially. So yeah, but again, we've got no replacements, so there's no words, I'm afraid, guys. There's no words.
Absolutely.
If you want some coherent, nice, logical way of how we're going to get out of this, I don't have one, and the club don't seem to have one either. They're just starting to, you know, they got all the players lined up on the dartboard, and now there's no more room. They're just guessing at the moment.
Michael McIntyre, thank you for your super sticker. Rich Photos. Isak stays simple. He will realise he is to suck up and play for NUFC in a World Cup year. Lady Sam, thank you very much. Lads, give a big shout out to Taylor Sam. It's young Sam who I interviewed for Deadline Day. I hope you're well, buddy. That was a fantastic interview, by the way. I don't even remember that, Alex. Sam went to his house. I wanted to go and do a follow-up interview, so I wonder if me and Sam can get that arranged again. I'll leave Sam on that one, but thank you. And Taylor Sam, spot on guy. Paul with the super chat. Does anyone think Howe will give up and leave? I mean, how low does it have to go before he even considers that?
No, I don't think he will.
No, I don't.
I think we'll. I mean, look, realistically, are we going to get some proper senior management in, and are we going to sort this out? Yeah, we will. But obviously, the question for us as a fan base is: are we going to be able to sort this out in time for it to not derail this next season? Possibly not, and that's the concern. Is we don't want, you know, this season was meant to be a second go at the Champions League where we had good enough depth that we could do well in the Champions League and qualify for it again, ideally. And that's probably not going to happen now unless Howe has again an absolute ridiculous blinder of a season. And I don't know how long this man can keep doing it because he's not got the resources to do it. So, it's not that I don't back his ability. I absolutely do because he's done some crazy stuff with the club and the players, but you can't keep doing it with no resources.
Well, I mean, look, Eddie for me doesn't go anywhere. I think he sticks it out anyway. He's got that kind of drive in him, hasn't he? But again, we see today that there's a Saudi club owned by PIF interested in Vissa, and it obviously gets fans talking and gets fans worried when we see that our owners, and we mentioned this, I say PIF are a massive entity, don't get me wrong, but these clubs that are owned by PIF bidding for players that Newcastle United are interested in, it's a little bit weird. It makes no sense as to where Newcastle are in the pecking order with PIF.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried to sit on the fence with this for the last few weeks, but it's getting to the point where it's almost rude of me to not address it because Darwin Nunez to a club in Saudi, I'm not even going to try and remember who it was because I just don't care anymore. But he's gone to one of the PIF owned clubs, and Vissa rumored to be going to what is it? Al Nasser, I think it is. It would completely screw us. It would completely screw us. So it's negligible, and it's. I get the whole point of PIF, such a big entity. They've got other things going on. It's not always going to be interconnected. There's no harm. There's no reason why they're doing it. It's not a conspiracy. Of course, it's not. But at the same time, the chairman of the PIF is the chairman of the football club and needs to. Well, he doesn't need to do anything. It depends what are we in his eyes? What are we, a priority, or because he sat down in his shiny suit with his inner lining being Newcastle United branding, and he sat there and said, "We want to be number one in everything." We took that as he wants to be number one. He wants to be training facilities, academy, best team, best women's team, best stadium, best this. And for rival fans watching, that's what our chairman's promised us. That's what he wants to do. That's his target. So we appreciate that it's a real slow burner. He's going to have to obey the rules and do this carefully over the years. But it just, the whole PIF helping other clubs that are our direct rivals it feels massively counterproductive to and against what he's stated as the club's targets. So, and he could directly influence that. So I don't really understand it.
It's very confusing. Al Hilal was the team that Darwin Nunez has gone to, Alex.
Hooray.
Yeah. Dan says, what is the point in selling Isak? We can't buy anyone.
Oh. Well, because he might not want to play anyway.
Yeah. Jason says, I think Newcastle fans need to stop playing the victims and look how your own club is being run. I think your manager has too much power at your club.
Jason, mate, we literally just spent the previous 24 minutes and 5 seconds we've been on air stating exactly what you've just said, that it's nobody else's fault, but it is the senior management's fault. We literally agree with you. We agree with you. We know, and we're not happy with it.
No, we're not. We're not happy with the way that's gone. CEO, for instance, Alex, 11 months so far, we've had a chance to recruit a CEO. 11 months.
Yeah.
How the hell and where the hell is the CEO? It's outrageous, man. Tristan Grant, 7 months member. Thank you, mate. Can this window be saved? And if so, how? Oh, dear. Well, there's a question. I don't know whether it can be saved. I think, I guess, damage repair a little bit, Alex, rather than saved. Because, when we looked at the squad, what was it, 3 or 4 weeks ago, it was... everybody saw that we needed at least 5 or 6 players. So we're not this window is not going to be saved, but can we maybe try and repair it a little bit?
Yeah. I think if we can get Vissa through the door at a minimum, absolute minimum, and possibly someone else, whoever it may be, I don't know. But we need 2 strikers through the door because we need an Isak replacement and we need a Callum Wilson replacement. We can't put that off any longer because we need the goals. We can't just rely on the wingers to do everything for us next season. We need some competent players. So I think we need to throw, and I genuinely think we really need to put our money where our mouth is. Like if we value at Visser at 35 or 40, based on this window, bid 50. Who cares? Is it an overpayment? Yes, it is an overpayment. But he scored 19 goals from open play in the Premier League last year in a Brentford team. No disrespect to Brentford. So he's clearly proven. I don't care if he's going to AFCON. We need bodies, and we need bodies that are proven and can do it for us. Yeah. So put 50 down on the table. We've clearly got the money. So put 50 down. We'll go fishing for someone else. And we need other reinforcements as well. We absolutely do. We've got Sean Longstaff has gone. Willock is injured, and again, I like Joe Willock. I think he was a great player at times, but sorry, Joe, you can't. As a fan base, it's really hard to plan for this season being with you and you being helpful because you've just not been available. And when you've not hit your heights. As horrible it is to say, we've just got to be honest about it. Miley's 19. True Geordie said this the other day. We can't put all that pressure on him. We absolutely can't. It's not fair. So we need, at a bare minimum, one midfielder. At a bare minimum. Yeah. And then we could do with the centre-half. Because I get that Fabian Schär was really good the other day, but I have massive reservations about Fabian Schär's athleticism and decision-making defensively, because there were big issues with it last season, in my opinion. I know a lot of people disagree with me. I don't think Fabian Schär's the guy to be playing 50 games at centre-half for us next year at the highest level. I think we need a rotation. We need an heir to the throne. Botman keeps getting injured as well, which is annoying. So, yeah, midfielder, centre-half, 2 strikers, that's 4 players. Alanga's already in, that's your 5. We can't, what's the word? Compromise, that's the word. We can't compromise on that. Otherwise, we're going to get screwed. We've got 4 competitions to play in. One of them is the Champions League. What if we get drawn against, like, Real Madrid and then, like, PSG again? What are we going to play? Are we, in between week games, we're going to be like Man City away and then Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. And then what were we going to do that with some of these lads? Come on. They need some help. They need some help. We've just got to put the money up at some point.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you weren't depressed before, you certainly are now after Alex's statements there. So,
sorry.
Speaking facts, though, matey, and people have to realise that's just how it is. Martin Brophy with a super chat. We are worth a lot more money now. They can sell. Jason back against it. I'm new to your channel, so fair enough. I take it back. There you go.
Fair enough, Jason.
Thank you, Jason. Magpie 50. How long do you think it will be before the fans turn on the PIF? P.S. I hope Shesko has pension sorted. Ha ha. Well, I don't.
By the way, I don't think the PIF are doing this on purpose.
No,
I think they're just quite new to this and they're doing it wrong. They need to employ the right people.
It's not how they envisioned things to go, without a doubt. When they took the club over, it's very, very different. Toon Soko, I think players have an inflated sense of self-worth and want to be a hero at Man United. Getting them back up the table, it's the only explanation. Andy Toon Hunter with a super chat. Thanks, mate. Steampunk is back again. All the teams know we are in a desperate situation. Any player we go after will be a new Newcastle super tax and not the usual super tax. Laura Gallagher, thank you for your super chat. And I'm not going to read your username out, but thank you very much for being a member for 6 months.
Don't read his comment now either.
Well, I mean, that's, yeah, I'm not going to, but
we're not saying he should, I can't even say it. He who shall not be named is not the answer to this.
Mark Byers says Bonnie Blue has even turned down an approach from us. Said even her standards aren't that low. We now move on to Sticky Vicky. Dear God. I mean, you've got to laugh, haven't you? Otherwise, you do cry. Anyway, let's talk football, Alex, because we got 2 games coming up in the next 48 hours. Which we may be even more depressed after the weekend if we don't turn up for these games. But 2 very good opponents. We'll start with, of course, Espanyol. Both of the Liga outfits, and then it's followed by Atletico Madrid. But we'll start on Espanyol, Alex. So let's try and work out Espanyol, because we don't have a clue what sort of side they're going to put out or anything like that.
I have no idea, to be honest, guys. I've spent far too much time on the transfer window to give you a reasonable, coherent breakdown of Espanyol. So I do apologise. It will not be my deep dive as we normally do. It will be at least a token look at their previous 11. So it looks like they're in a 4-3-3. I know Mr. Roca. I know Mr. Exposito. So I know a couple of their players.
Alex,
do we know anyone else?
Alex, can I just get you to reply to this comment from Mr. Tom Smith?
Of course.
So much childish rubbish. You know nothing of what is happening.
No, I don't. I know. That's why I'm annoyed.
When have we said we know? We want the club to tell us what's happening, Tom. That's why we're saying it. Because we don't have a clue what's going on.
Yeah. No, we don't know what's going on. We want players.
Wow. Okay.
I never said we did.
No.
Yeah. So a 4-3-3. This is their last lineup. Roca and Exposito, I'm aware of. They're okay. I mean, they weren't great last season. I think I've seen Salinas before. I don't know if have we seen him play? Don't know, maybe. So not overly familiar with them. In terms of how they did last year, I mean, we can tell you, we can go and have a look at the standings for last season. You do have to scroll somewhat. They did finish down in 14th. Oh, I don't know why we're trying to get Bet365. Go away. We're not shouting you out. They did finish.
You just did.
Oh, no. I know. Don't use them. Don't gamble, guys. No. 14th in La Liga Espanyol, of course, the Barcelona rivals. What did they do?
Well,
not great. 111, drew 9, lost 18 is quite a lot with a minus 11 goal difference. So it wasn't great. 40 goals scored, 51 conceded, with quite a torrid end to the season. 4 losses on the trot, followed by a win on the final day. So they were very much the best of the rest outside of the relegation zone. I think it's fair to say. Yeah, 42 points. And the relegation zone was 40. So that win on the final day, so it does look like the final day saved them, really. They could have been relegated. So it was very poor from Espanyol as a season. Again, they may have made some reasonable signings since then. I have got their squad list up on here, and it doesn't read, it's not pretty reading. Although I'm sure they're fantastic players in terms of general squad value. There doesn't look like there's any standout superstars in here. You've got a 15 million rated right back with Moroccan dual nationality, El Hilali. You've got, who else we got? 10 million rated left winger, the captain, Javi Puado. Potentially quite good, 27 years old. They've got an English bloke as well, on loan from Blackburn. I don't know if he's still there or if this is ended. Don't know.
Tyrese
Dolan. Tyrese. I didn't know you could spell Tyrese like that. Interesting.
Neither did I.
Apparently you can. So yeah, it's. I think it's a fair hit for a friendly. It's definitely reasonable. The punchier fixture is certainly the Atletico Madrid one on the Saturday. No disrespect to Espanyol at all, but yeah, this is maybe a little bit more of a warm up game. But we will very likely go 2-11.
Do you think Eddie goes with the stronger side against Madrid? Do you think he tries with a week to go before we go to Villa? Is this the opportunity to play the strongest side?
No.
Or does he mix
You know exactly what he'll do, Paul, because he's done it in the last 2 Sela Cups.
Yes. Yeah.
He will play probably his strongest back 5. By that, I mean including goalkeeper. And then he'll play completely different, like the rest of the 11. And then he'll flip it for the second fixture, and he'll play like a dud back 4 and a goalkeeper, and then his stronger midfield and attack. He just seems to mix it up into 2 lineups. I don't think he'll do a strong and a weak lineup. I think he'll do very balanced.
Yeah.
But of course, we are quite short on players. So does Sean Neve get 90 minutes in one of these? Possibly. Who? Sean Neve. Well, because I don't. Is he going to put Gordon up front as an experiment? You know, I'd rather have Gordon on the left.
Well, funny enough, Lee from Newcastle Fans TV put something on X today, and he believes that the starting front 3 next week will be Barnes, Gordon as a striker, and either.
Well, I do have the tactics board if you want to have a look at this, because there's a lot to organise.
Oh God.
I know, right? Okay, right. This is a mess. So let's sort this out. Oh no, we haven't got rid of Longstaff. Okay, guys, we've got to we've
Well,
got to do a thing
Dubravka and
now.
Vlachodimos as well, because Vlachodimos is off to Sevilla.
Right.
So
thank you, Sean. You will be remembered. We are removing you from our tactics board for the season. Who else are we getting rid of?
I feel we should play
Dubravka.
some music. I feel we need to play some music.
Yeah, we do need some. Susan, can we have some like violin background music for next time? They're not dead.
Well, no, they're not. But
Right, well, our number one, he's had many years in the black and white. Well, he's always goalkeeper jerseys, but never mind. Thank you, Martin. Goodbye. And thank you, Oddie. Goodbye as well.
yes.
Oh, we need to make one. What, guys, what's Ramsdale's number? Can somebody help me?
Is it 13? Or is it 15? I don't know.
Ramsdale.
Someone in the chat will know.
13, 15.
Have the squad numbers been
Give the
released?
squad number.
Yes,
Right, Chippers has said 32. I'm trusting Chippers. If you let me down, Chippers, I'm going to be very upset.
Oh, there's something nobody has ever said before. I'm trusting Chippers.
I'm trusting Chippers.
Wow.
Oh, he was right. Well done, Chippers. Right, Pope and Ramsdale are the two. Maybe Max Thompson gets on the bench. I'm not going to put Ruddy up there. I'm just not going to.
Ruddy will be ahead of Thompson this season, but Alex, I think he's. But well, at least we won't have to put. Well, will we? Will we still see more than one?
It's got to be Pope on one of the days and Ramsdale on the other day. Surely
yes, I would.
For the weekend, right? That would make sense.
Yes.
The problem. This is a bit problematic because I would imagine Botman still injured. Do we even know what's wrong with him? Did any of the journalists like release anything? I think that just went a bit quiet.
I haven't heard absolutely bottle on Botman. Pardon the pun, but
it's just gone quiet. All right, so sorry, Sven. We're gonna take you off the graphic because we don't even know if you're fit.
Callum Wilson needs to go as well. Oh dear.
Bye, Callum. Thank you for everything. Bye bye. Oh, I guess we've got to put bloody Joe White. Did he go on loan?
He's on loan. He's gone out on loan. I can't remember where he's gone, but he's definitely gone on loan.
You can go up there. Anybody up here that we need?
I think it's Leighton Orient. Is it Leighton Orient he's gone to? I'm sure I read something.
Hayden's gone. Gillespie's still around, but you're not going. Oh, Jamal Lewis is gone. You can go. Ashby is still around. He can be dragged down here.
Apparently so, yes.
Right, Ashby can go over there. Right, so centre halves. Potentially this, but he's
press us in even more, isn't it?
It will, but we. Sorry, guys. Alex Murphy, I guess, has been deployed as a left back in the preseason games so far. So I guess it's going to have to be Burn in one game, Murphy in the other, and then. But I'm not sure that Lewis Hall's ready for 90 minutes yet. So something else is going to have to happen.
I think you'll be very cautious with Lewis Hall.
But we haven't got anybody. Right, let's go and have a look at the kids. Who out of the kids can be used?
Well, Alex, get Isak away from that immediately.
Let's move Isak.
Put him in the far corner, out the way of everything.
Right. So who is a centre half out of this list? You've got Heffernan is a defender, Pivas is a defender, Shahar is a right back, Munda is a midfielder, but I think has played centre half historically. Is Emerson? Where does Emerson play? Don't know. Don't watch enough of the U21s. So we've got these three that, in theory, could be drafted in, and we know he does like to use some of the younger players.
I would like to see Pivas, to be honest. I think everybody wants to see him have a game. It'd be nice to see Pivas.
Apparently, he's not with us yet. Why is he not with us? Where is he?
Where are you?
Where did we loan him to? Belgium. Where did he go? Did he go back to Serbia?
You need to put Young Park in as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. What number did we give Park?
I mean, there's a question. You need a Langer in as
well.
I'm just
going to write Park. I'm not writing the rest. He can have a question mark until we know who he is.
A Langer.
Oh yeah, Langer needs to go on this graphic. See, housekeeping, guys. I should have done this before the show, really, shouldn't I?
Terrible preparation.
Dear.
I mean,
wow. If we keep growing, guys, then I can do this for you full time, but not. Definitely doesn't pay for me to do this all the time, unfortunately. Who am I adding? Alanga. What's Alanga's number?
No, there's a question. Is it 24?
I mean, Park 64. Thank you. I hope that's right. We'll go with it.
Okay.
Alanga, guys.
I'm sure Alanga was 20. Was it 20?
God, we are terrible fans, aren't we? We don't even know the numbers.
Shocking. Disgraceful.
It's because we just watch Adam Pearson and then we just know the wrong number because he normally gets it wrong on the shirt. So
it's all Adam's fault. All Adam's fault.
Right. Ask Adam P. No, Doug. That's what I meant. He's not going to get it right. So, who are we saying? I mean, Heffernan maybe gets drafted into this if Pivas is not back yet. Heffernan and Shahar are possibly considerations. Yes. Heffernan, I know he's extremely highly rated, and Shahar is as well. They did the big interview with him recently, so maybe they've got a shout of being involved. Starting, I don't know.
Yeah, but can I just, on a serious note, Alex, this is 1 week away from the season starting. This is 1 week away from going to Aston Villa.
I know it doesn't look. I know we're drafted in Heffernan as cover.
I mean, the fact that Jamal Lascelles is still there, I've got nothing against Jamal, but
Kraft is here, by the way. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we've got Kraft to cover, and he did that.
I mean, what he'll probably end up having to do is he's going to have to play Lascelles as a left-sided centre half, and maybe Kraft on the right. That's probably what he'll end up doing. Because I don't know if he'll start somebody like Heffernan.
Dear God, sweet monks of the Chinese temples, honestly.
And then you'd imagine that Matt Targett will start in one of the games, and then Alex Murphy will start as a left back in the other because Hall can't play 90 minutes yet.
I think he will start Hall. I think he give 45 or 60 in one of the games. I think 60 might be
these are the three left backs I think he's going to use over the two fixtures.
Yeah, but Hall surely he wants Hall to have plenty game time because he's got to start next week, hasn't he?
I don't know if he's ready.
Oh, Jesus. I need a whiskey. I need a swift alcoholic beverage right now just to I mean,
oh, dear.
See, this is when it really hits home, guys, when we do this and we look at the
this is why we do it. It's so we can see what we need. It's useful doing this. All right, should we move away from defenders before we
please do
end it all? Right, let's drag all those down. At least Trippier's fit. Touch wood.
Yeah.
Let's not jinx that.
Hall needs midfielders. Number 3, by the way, Alex.
Oh yeah, he got his new number.
He did, yes.
I can't wait to see Lewis Hall playing football again. He's such a good footballer.
Yes.
Right. We have 4 midfielders.
Holy shit.
To cover. Well, we normally play a midfield 3 guys. So if we want to change the midfield over 2 days, we need 6. We don't have 6. So let's go and find a youngster. Yes, guys, I know that Cordero has gone on loan. Let me move him away. Sorry.
Yeah, and Fubar, we haven't forgot about him either. Don't worry.
So I agree, Dan Brown. Travis Hearns has definitely surely he's got to start one of the games because there's nobody else. Surely Hearns gets into this mixer.
You would imagine.
Who else plays in midfield? Munda's a midfielder. But
I mean, in theory, Alex, in theory, Eddie could play, Tonali, Julian, Bruno. They could play 45 in each game, couldn't they? I think he's got to do that with some of them.
I guess Harrison, I feel, is probably based on the minutes.
I wouldn't mind having a look at Harrison. I wouldn't mind having a look at him. I think that would be a good idea.
Yeah, these might be the 6 for the Sela Cup. Remember, guys, we're playing 2 games in 2 days, so that's why we've got to try and produce this kind of weird little lineup. Yeah, Alfie Harrison. Yeah, no, I know. I haven't forgotten about him. Sorry, not Alfie Harrison. Harrison Ashby. Yeah, he's there.
Pivas apparently should be available, Alex. It's actually Salia that's not with us. Salia is the one that's not here.
Okay. Then we'll drag Pivas down there. I cannot confirm or deny if he's there. So we'll throw him down here somewhere. Yeah, Salia. Okay. We've got Will O'Sullivan, obviously needs to go down there. Have we still got Charlton or did he get released? Don't know.
Not a clue.
Don't know. We've got Thompson who'll be on the bench for the games, or one of them at least.
I would imagine, Alex, they're giving it to I think a lot of the academy kids will be on the bench. It'll be a big bench, and I think a lot of the academy will be on there.
Well, surely. Okay, let me grab a few names. Surely.
I mean, you've still got a Langer up with the academy kids, Alex.
Yeah. Sorry, Langer can go over there with Jacob Murphy. So surely. Okay, let's move. Maybe Munda will get in the mixer, but surely this lot are all involved or on the bench.
I definitely think we'll see Park. Sanusi's fitness, is he up to full fitness yet? I don't know.
I know he was injured towards the end of the season, wasn't he? So I don't know if he's available.
I think he's back. He's been in training. Sean Neve has to take part.
Sean Neve's got to be there because we don't have any of the strikers. So it's got to be Will Osler and Sean Neve, surely.
Yeah, I would assume so. I think Park will get some action as well. Kuol has to. I mean, we need to see a bit of Garang Kuol, surely.
I mean, he was a lot better in the second half of the season for the youth teams.
Second half last season, yeah. I mean,
where does he play now? Because he was a right winger.
I've got nothing against Parkinson, but I just don't think he's up to scratch. At the times I've seen him, I don't think he's going to be the answer.
Yeah. There's nothing between the white and the black counters, by the way, guys. It's because they don't have enough counters. Because I was building like an entire team with all the reserves, all the academy players. So I had to mix colours. It doesn't actually mean anything. Don't worry. Right.
I'd love to see Park. He's one
player
over there.
Park over there.
But does this not hit home how serious the situation is in Newcastle?
Mm-hmm.
We're going into a Champions League season looking like this.
Oh, absolutely. We need 2 strikers in. We need 2 first-team strikers in to fill this gap, like, drastically.
We need another midfielder, Alex. We without a doubt, we need backup midfield.
Well,
and we
unless Hearns and Harrison can step up right now, then yeah, we need another midfielder as well because this is not enough. It's just not. It's not enough.
Well, Alfie Harrison had a dreadful start to us. He wasn't great, but I think he came good and he had a good again like Kowal, a good back end of last season for the academy. But this is Champions League we're talking about here. This isn't just sort of we can play some in the Carabao Cup if we get some decent draws, absolutely. But the Champions League, guys, this is where it hits home about what we need and what we still need at the football club.
Can I just pose you a question? And this is for everybody in the chat as well. Do you remember the first season we were in the Champions League and we had 11 first-team injuries? Imagine this squad now with 11 first-team injuries. Just picture what that would look like. Terrifying. I don't think we'd beat anyone in the league.
I really don't understand this comment from Carl saying, for fuck's sake, we've lost one man, Isak. Let's just do it. Well, we haven't, have we?
We've lost Callum Wilson. We've lost Sean Longstaff. We've lost
Joe
Martin Dubravka, Joe Willock.
Come on, man.
We sold. We never replaced him. We've sold loads of people that we've just never replaced.
Yeah. Let's cover some super chats, mate, because we'll fall behind with this just to try and I don't know how we cheer you up, guys, but thank you again for so many donations. You guys are absolutely incredible. Remember, you're guaranteed to get your comment read out if you do super chat because it does star up for me. Oh dear God, did I have to read that? It does star up, and it's us reading your comment guaranteed as a thank you for sending in the super chat. Nick's picks. Howe has too much power because he has about 4 effing job roles. Jazz says, can we get Delia to ask PIF where they are? Oh dear. Nicola with a super chat saying we're just a small piece of PIF's collection. We're clearly not their focus, and I'm confused as to the leadership of the club.
But we must be, because he sat down and said we are their focus and he wants us to be the best club in the world. So
yeah, so
that doesn't make sense.
Is he telling Porky Pies? I mean, I wouldn't assume he would be. Dean Stabler, time to go for Visser, Paqueta, Mitro and Neves from Saudi. Now listen, hear me out, Alex, right?
No.
You don't even know what I'm going to say.
I do, and I don't like it. Okay, I'll shut up so you can say it, but I know what you're going to say.
Bring Mitro back on loan and then go for Neves. Neves would be a fantastic addition in that midfield.
All right, if you're bringing them back, I'm bringing Maxi back.
Time to move on. Jeff Barlow with a super chat. Talk to Stuttgart, Lyon and Benfica for Walter Marder. Well, he's going to Bayern. I'm sure he's just testing me with these names here.
Yeah, but he's been linked to Bayern for like 6 weeks and it's never gone through. So
yeah. Mita Wakadze and Pavlidis get 2. Talk to Liverpool, Villarreal, Sevilla, and Coventry for Elliott, Guerra, Agum, and Rodoni. or Radoni. Get two, Scalvini and Ortiz. Bloody hell, that's a hell of a list.
Wow.
Jeff, what makes you so confident that we can go and get those players?
I mean, we need to spin so many plates that people can't nick them.
Wow.
But yeah, there's good shouts. There's three reasonable attackers there. Pavlidis, I'm not so sure about. He's the Greek guy that played against England. I'm not massively sure about him. Mital,
I think Pavlidis could be a Wilson
name.
replacement, Alex.
Possibly.
I don't think he's an Isak one, but definitely I think a replacement for Wilson I could accept.
Mikael Tadzen and Voltemada are definitely more interesting for me. Radoni has definitely been high up on the list. I don't think we'll get Harvey Elliott. He's going to go to Leipzig because Clippity Klopp's going to get him. So, yeah.
Seems that way. Radoni at Coventry's a good player. Really good player. I'm surprised nobody's been linked to him. Jazz with a super chat. Sell Isak and use it to pay CR7's wages for 2 weeks. Marcus is a new member of the channel. Thank you, Marcus. And Dr. House has also gifted a Toon Review membership. Thank you very much, buddy. Steampunk's back again. Said if we've got 3 to 4 injuries in key positions, we may get relegated with what Alex showed us on the field. It looks like a Stephen King novel.
If we lose like Bruno and Tonali at the same time.
Oh, crap. Alex, what are you trying to do to people tonight? Seriously. We're trying to
highlight how important it is for us to really get some signings in the club. The club now, I think, just need to overpay. It doesn't matter.
Well,
it's not worked.
We have to.
Like, I get that it's not nice to overpay, but at what point do we fix this? Like, it's gone too far.
Well, for me, I mean, look, it's not a relegated first 11, no doubt about it. But what we're seeing is 3 to 4 injuries. You're in shit. You really got shit stains on your pants at that point when you get 3 to 4 injuries. It's now. That's why we need the 3 or 4 players through the door to boost this squad up, because the luck we've had with injuries, come on, it's going to happen again, isn't it? You just know it is. It's Newcastle United. Peter Garthwaite says, have you seen the rumours on social media that Mitchell wanted Andy Howe sacked, and that's why him and Eddie fell out? I mean, it's just another one to add to the list, isn't it? Of what ifs, and have you all the rumours that are going around and all that bollocks. I don't think we'll ever find the real reasons out, Alex, as to what's gone on. But
probably not until years later, but we will eventually.
But we should be hearing from the football club, though. You've got a fan base who are really panicking and wondering what is going on as to why we can't get players in the door.
No, I don't want to hear from the football club. I want them to do something. Actions speak louder than words.
Obviously, yes. I'd rather that.
Get in the sporting director. Get in the CEO right now. We had articles about these dropping from all the journalists 3 weeks ago. Why are we still waiting for them? Get them in right now. Give them a contract immediately. Have it start August the 1st. Why are they not in right now? It's ridiculous. Are they haggling over a bit of a contract? Give them the goddamn money. We are a rudderless ship right now. It's honestly insane. People saying that we've got FFP constraints. Well, yeah, but we've got a lot more wiggle room this window. That's why we were so careful for so long. And now it's gotten away from us. We just have to put some money on the table. We can't keep doing this.
James is asking if there'll be a press conference tomorrow. I don't think so.
He's definitely going to opt out of the optional press conference, I would imagine. I'd be shocked if he does one.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine?
Let Jason do it and just say no comment, and just do that all the time.
Well, Jason will just give them the stare, the Tyndall stares. Ask that question again, I'm going to rip your fucking head off kind of look. Because I think it's just as frustrating for Eddie and Jason Tyndall, to be honest, as to what's going on at the minute. I'm sure their sort of vision going into the summer and starting pre-season was a hell of a lot different than it's looking right now. Because, and even we said it many, many times on this channel, Alex, in the shows and in videos, that if it was so important to finish in a Champions League position because you can attract the better player. And that has been thrown back in our faces with lots of eggs because it's just not the case.
I mean, it's what rival fans have always told us.
Yeah.
They've always used that as a stick to beat us with. It's because you're not in the Champions League. That's why we can offer them Champions League football. And now that we can, they're saying, oh, no, we never said that. No, it's not about Champions League football. It's about all these other things. It's just ridiculous. They just move the goalposts all the time. It's so boring. And realistically, I couldn't tell you what the players want because it's not. Do you want a manager who's clearly got a proven track record of progressing players, a good positive squad that plays attacking football, scores lots of goals, is in the Champions League, or do you want to go to a club that's kind of ruined, Højlund, Xerxes, Rashford, Casemiro, Maguire, Anthony, Sancho? I mean, there's a long list. We won't go through them all. Scott McTominay's in the bloody Ballon d'Or nominations now after he left them sods.
Yeah, and how much flack did he take before he left Manchester United? So there is proof that
I will say as well, we
United
reviewed Scott McTominay on this channel, and we got hammered for saying that he would be a good fit. We got absolutely hammered for saying he would be useful, and now he's a Ballon d'Or nomination. So
unbelievable, isn't it? Unbelievable. Do you want to do that little sound again, Alex?
Absolutely not. That was for Scott McTominay and only Scott McTominay.
Kev makes a great point. Weren't we close to announcing a DOF and CEO last week? Yes. But we were also 1% away from signing Elanga, which then took a further 2 weeks. So I don't know. Close and Newcastle United can vary. How long is a piece of string? Simple as that. We just do not have a Scooby-Doo at all. Let's have a look. We've got a super chat in from Mimic. Bad transfer window and Isak is a tool. But we are still on the way up. To have teams nicking all our transfer targets shows we are on the right track. And pound for pound boxing says, if Man United go and get Belieber, investigation, please.
Well, yeah, because they would want 100 mil. So that would take them up to 300 mil of spend.
I also read somewhere, Alex, that actually just before we came live, that if Manchester United fail with Belieber, they will turn their attention to a certain Sandro Tonali.
Yeah, right.
Now, can you imagine the absolute push from Romano, etc., to try and get that one through the door? Unbelievable.
People would riot. That would be ridiculous.
Oh, God. I mean, I don't think Newcastle would even look at doing any sort of deals with Manchester United, quite honestly. No way. Not after all this. Not after all this. Steampunk, again, thank you, mate. First question DOF will ask, am I in charge of recruitment? Can I hire and fire? If I need a new team to come in, I would ask if I was being interviewed. Well, look, whoever comes in as DOF, I think, has a right to ask certain questions, Alex. And understand what exactly he can and can't do. But a director of football is supposed to be top of the food chain, is he not?
Potentially.
And a CEO, DOF, they oversee everything below them and report to the chairman. That's what I was led to believe anyway. So if you're coming in as director of football or CEO, then you are going to want to have power. Which goes.
Well, I think that surely I'd say surely the dynamic would be fully explained and the expectations would be explained and the role would be explained. But clearly, that's not that didn't happen effectively enough with Paul Mitchell because that crashed and burned. So whatever we did when we appointed Paul Mitchell, we can't do again. And I'm still firmly a believer that I'm confused that a lot of people are saying it's Paul Mitchell that didn't work. I don't know. He was so successful everywhere else.
Yeah, it does make sense.
The anomaly here is us, not Paul Mitchell. And this is, I'll always try and protect the club that I love first and foremost. But I've got to be honest, when honesty's kind of needed, Paul Mitchell has been very, very good at every other position he's been in. It's been really, really impressive. Yeah. Why has he been absolutely crap for us? There's got to be a reason for it. I don't agree that he's just come in, bull in a china shop, and just been really bad. There's got to be disagreements. There's got to be. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Nicholas Jackson's back with us. Bayern, Milan, and Juve are linked to me, apparently, on Sky
That's fine.
Sport.
They can go and get you, Nicholas. Don't worry about it.
Bob Black's been a member for 20 months. We need to sort the wage structure out. We can't pay top wages. It does have to break eventually, the wage structure. It does. But it's when we can actually do that. I mean, I've just been thinking to myself there, Alex. I mean, do you think it'll be Eddie Howe doing the director of football interview? I'm being very cynical there, by the way. It's just
again the problem is a few people have said this tonight that Eddie Howe's got too much power, and ultimately because of what he's done for the football club, he has. Is it too much, or is it he just has lots of power? I don't know if it's too much or just lots. I can't tell you the difference. I'm not sure whether it's good or bad. But ultimately, you'd imagine he's going to kind of say, look, if we bring in a DOF, these are the things I'm comfortable doing or not doing. I would like to retain control of this. And maybe that's a big turnoff for the director of footballs, possibly. But again, this is all theory because we just don't have eyes on the inside. Everything we could have said tonight could be completely wrong because we just don't know. Is it Eddie? Is it Andy? Is it Nixon? Is it the PIF? Is it the people that have gone? Is it... It could be all of the above. Who knows? We just don't know. And Craig Hope's the only person who seems to know, apparently. So, don't know.
Kath, good evening. Hope you're well, Kath. Man United wanted Belieber, but he's gone somewhere else. Alice was upset tonight.
I'm not sure he's gone somewhere else. He's got to be worth $100 million. Not a chance.
I don't know.
Where's he gone? Who's paid from Chelsea? Have they got another £100 million midfielder, have they?
Well, maybe Liverpool. Andy Toon Hunter with a super chat saying, I'm looking at Van Heck from Brighton. What do you think, lads, for the back line? Well, he was linked with us very early doors, wasn't he? And it just went dead on that deal. He was certainly linked with us because we did him on a transfer show. But I think it was very, very early on, Alex.
With who, sorry?
Van Heck.
Oh yeah. I'm a really big fan of his. He's an absolute. I hate playing against him because he's an idiot, but he's a very, very good centre half. Great passing range, great ball progression. Was he 6'3" athletic, pacey, knows the league. He ticks every box. He really does tick every box.
When we did him on a transfer show, I have to say.
Yeah, he's like a right-sided botman that doesn't get injured. So. Yeah, but he would be expensive. He would be more expensive than some of the other centre half picks we've looked at. I think they would ask for quite a lot.
Yeah. Andy H says Visser, Strand Larson, Paqueta, and Chow. I mean, where we are now, I'd take those four, Alex. I think I would. At this moment in time, sitting here right now, I would take them four.
I don't know about that. It depends on the money. It depends on the money because Paqueta is definitely a big question mark. Malik Chow is also a question mark. It would depend on the fees, but again, we are at a point where
if we can get deals done, I'd take them. We're considering where we are at the minute, but that's all hypothetical. And James Elliott is a new member of the channel. Welcome, James. Thank you very much. And that is all you're getting tonight, guys, because that's all we can say. There is literally nothing going on. Well, there is stuff going on, but nothing we really want to talk about that's going our way. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. I'm back in the morning with the news show at 9:30. So please drop in and say hi for that one. We'll just run through the early morning headlines on Newcastle United. It seems to be the last couple I've done have been very popular, so thank you very much for the support on that as well. Really do appreciate it. Thank you for your super chats and memberships, etc. tonight. Thank you to the mods and, of course, Alex. But the biggest thank you to you guys tomorrow. You guys tonight for joining us. Please do join us tomorrow again. Of course, we've got the morning show. We've got the match day live tomorrow night when we will have live commentary with me and Billy of the game.
I might not be there because as soon as that finishes, I am driving up to the northeast. So if there's anybody around Saturday, Sunday, I will be in Newcastle. I'll be around the stadium and around everywhere on Saturday in the club shop and stuff. So feel free to come and say hello. Sam will be around as well, but it'll be nice. And yeah, make sure, as Paul said, sorry, Paul, didn't mean to interrupt you there, but
it's fine, mate.
We will be around.
We certainly will. But thank you very much for watching, guys, and we will see you tomorrow. God, I hope that we get some decent news, but hey, you never know. But in the meantime, don't worry. You could have been born a Mackham, but thanks for watching, and good night.
Away the lads and lasses.
Come back and check out the